All right, good morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful weather here in Morristown, surrounded by so many wonderful people. I am very excited. It's hard for me to hide it. I think I show it in my face. So I'm very happy to be here. My name is Julian Gomez, and I'm the Executive Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in the EOF program at County College of Morris. I'm also the director of the Morristown College Promise program, and I'm a very proud CCM graduate. So I'm very excited to be here. I want to welcome you for being here today in this amazing moment for the youth in our community. We have come a long way to reach this moment. A few years back, with the collaboration of some community leaders and advocates and contributors, we started a small program in Dover, the Dover College Promise program. And we realized that this type of program could actually have a very big impact in all communities in Morris County, not just Dover. So we knew that Morristown was the perfect place for us to continue to grow the program. Morristown is a diverse, very diverse community, and not just because of that, but because we knew we could build the different partnerships with the community and the school and other people who care about our youth and education. So once we met Principal Manning and Mr. Carmel, and we saw their serious commitment to their students, we knew that at Morristown we had the human, educational, financial, and leadership potential to develop a program that would support our mission, to make sure that students could dream about a higher education and that we could provide the tools to help them achieve those dreams. So we immediately came together to build what we have now, the Morristown College Promise program. Now I know because they're very eager to go back to class, I want to introduce you to some the stars of the program, the Morristown students. So they're in the back. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. We actually launched the program here in this actual space 3 weeks ago. This is where 2 groups of 15 Morristown students meet every week. They don't just participate in academic and career workshops and college readiness seminars, but they also learn leadership skills by developing meaningful community projects that teach them the values and steps to be successful and have a positive impact in the community where they live. A lot of planning and effort has gone into making this program a reality, which is why we're so proud to be here today to make a significant impact in our students' lives, who deserve and need our support. This program is a true testament to the wonderful things that can come from true collaboration between CCM, Morris County schools, private foundations, government at all levels, and the local community. So I want to give special thanks to a few people in my team who roll up their sleeves every week and work day to day with the students, the parents, and the community. They are the ones in the front lines, teaching, educating, and advising our students. So I have our program coordinator, Eddie Lopez, and Juan Osorio, who's a student specialist. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Pam Marcenaro, who started at CCM this initiative, and now I have the fortune to continue. So thank you so much, Doctor. All right, so to continue the program, I have the pleasure of introducing you a huge supporter of CCM, Senator Anthony Bucco.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Come on, let's go. This is great stuff. Right? Come on. Listen, I'm so honored to be here today to support Morristown's College Promise and the whole program in itself, what it does. I mean, this is just another fine example of the partnerships that County College of Morris and our local school districts, the VOTEC, has just put together over the years to really put Morris County on the map and set the stage for the rest of the state to follow. And I'm just so proud to be able to be here and support it, to be able to take these young minds and give them an opportunity to delve into different career opportunities, to feel what it's like to have an opportunity to get to college, right? The County College of Morris is already best bang for your buck anywhere you can be. But to set a path for them to be able to know, while they're still here, that there's an opportunity for them to take that next step and to alleviate the stress and the fears. Think about what type of, what's the word I'm looking for, what type of, how they feel good inside about themselves, to just really encourage themselves to go farther. And that may not happen without a program like this. So I want to thank everybody at all levels that are here to make this opportunity possible for our students. Because let me tell you, just giving these kids that opportunity and knowing the bright futures that they can have by participating in this program and showing the way to the other students that are coming behind them, this will create a clear path for generations and generations to come, and for students that may have been caught in thinking that high school was the end of their road for them, right? It's not. Now they have their hopes and their dreams at their fingertips, and that's what we should be doing in all our endeavors to make sure that our kids know that they can reach the highest point and reach their dreams and reach for the stars every day of their lives, because that's what makes a better community, and that's what makes this nation so great. So thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to introduce Assemblywoman Ora Dunn.
Good morning, good afternoon. We're right there in the middle. And it's important that we're helping those in the middle, make sure we get to the other side. Can you indulge me? These students, or the school that set up this great auditorium, and we know that every New Jersey student, thanks to the law that we passed, must give the Pledge of Allegiance every morning before class starts. So if we could all stand up for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It is a true pleasure and honor to be here today. I myself am a first-generation college graduate, born to a 19-year-old mom who said the nuns begged and pleaded with her that she stay in school because she eloped to marry my father, a Vietnam veteran who dropped out of high school to serve in the war. So my parents didn't know what college looked like or what it took to get there, but I remember my father always saying, education is your ticket out. And ain't that the truth? We know just last week, it was a pleasure to be at the campus of CCM as we broke ground for the new Adult Career Training Center. And we talked about how we are, in many ways, reformatting post-secondary education to adapt to the workforce needs and also the students' needs. But there's no question that it remains the best investment we can make by attending college. We know the wage gap over their career and the course of their life could be up to $1.2 million in earnings more than a high school graduate. We won't get into the fields. There are better fields than others. I can tell you it's not government or public affairs, but I followed my vocation, and I do feel like I never work a day in my life. So I digress. I just want you to know that when I'm serving you in Trenton, Just remember, I'm that first-generation college graduate myself, and these programs are so important, and we must continue to invest in them and to advocate for them, to promote them. We know that the state has done a pretty good job in offering those needs-based and as well as merit-based programs to make sure that every student is ready to learn, ready to succeed. And so you can count on me. And again, I want to thank you for having this program, this launch. I'm sorry that the students had to run off to class because it is so important that they know that the community is there to support them and believes in them, and know that regardless of your background, you can make it in this land of opportunity. So thank you, everyone, and look forward to watching the great progress of this program.
Thank you so much, Assemblywoman Dunn. Now I would like to call Morris County Commissioner Director John Crickes.
So good afternoon, everyone. And I have the honor of being Commissioner Director of the Morris County Board of County Commissioners. There's a lot to say. We used to be called freeholders. And I want to welcome you to Morris County, the best run county in New Jersey, by far. By far. And one of those reasons, one of the major reasons, is why we're here today. I also have with me my colleagues, Commissioner Shaw and Commissioner Myers. There they are. Thank you for being here with us today also. You know, I served in the Marine Corps, and we used to say, you can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? It means, can you really back up what you're saying? And as the Assemblyman alluded to, just in the last week, we had a ribbon cutting for a 500-student expansion of the Vocational School District, a career center at the County College of Morris campus. 2 years ago, we opened up the Advanced Engineering and Manufacturing Center at the CCM campus. In a few weeks, we're going to be doing another ribbon cutting for the expansion of the Culinary Center and Entrepreneurship Center at CCM. And we had good news from, actually there is sometimes good news out of Trenton. We had good news from Trenton. Senator Bucco, I don't know if he's still there you are. And our Assembly colleagues have passed legislation that will provide funding for a new medical arts center at County College of Morris. That'll be coming up. And we work well here in Morris County, all levels of government. A few months ago, I was proud to be with Congresswoman Cheryl as we announced CCM as one of only 5 or 6 county colleges in the country that received a $5 million grant to train our veterans in manufacturing, veterans and veterans' families. So we are walking the walk here in Morris County. And it is important, I just want to highlight 3 areas. It's so important. One, we want to give our residents the skills they need in order to have a good career, to have a, to be able to make a good income and to be able to afford the things in life that we all want. Number 2, our businesses, our companies. If I've gone on tours with Congresswoman Cheryl and with Congressman Kane, our businesses need skilled workers. It's really a changed atmosphere when for most of my career I was afraid about layoffs. Now it's the opposite. Businesses need skilled workers. And so we are here to help provide them those skilled workers. And 3, at a level that I think we all have become more concerned about over the past few years, we need to manufacture more in the United States. We need to be more resilient, but you have to have a skilled workforce to do that. And so all of these programs are doing that, so we have everybody in our society having that opportunity to be part of the American dream, and our country needs everybody right now. And finally, I would conclude with one thought that I'm sure this program has already made as a priority and will make a priority here in Morristown, and that is to not give up. Sometimes you run into obstacles, all right? You're going to run into obstacles in doing things, but whether it's high school program with our VOTEC, our workforce development program after someone's graduated, with County College, with the 100 colleges and universities that have agreements with where you can transfer your credits to, there are many avenues, and you will run into roadblocks, but what the Morristown Promise is about and what all of our schools are about is to get beyond those obstacles, because you can get beyond them. We all did, and we look forward to this program doing its job in the coming years, and thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Director Crickes. Now I would like to introduce the Mayor of Morristown, Timothy Doherty.
I just mentioned I got to follow that. You know, it's hard. It's bad enough following Senator Bucco. Now you got to follow the whole train down from assembly to director. It's not an easy task when you have to follow the leadership of the county. And I believe I agree with our director. We have an amazing county, and we have an amazing school district. And let's not forget how great our school district is. And as mayor, it's crucial to attract people to our community. And one of the attractions now, even more, is what you're doing here. This program connecting our community with the college is amazing. I mean, that's what people look for when they move to a community. What do they offer? What is the county services? What are the town services? And that's what it's all about. So it's, you know, I can go on and on and on about different things, but really, truly, it is a commitment from our school district and our county college to make this happen. And it's crucial that, and I'm going to probably disagree a little bit with our county politicians, we stay out of the school politics. And we've made a point of that for 14 years. The school district runs well, and let them do their job. And when they do their job and the leadership of the county does their job and the education side of it, look what happens. And it really is a success. And it's, you know, I'm a product of technical training. I did not go to college, but I went to trade school and had a great 38-year career. And so all that tough talk about manufacturing and all that, I'm going to give you one quick story, and then I'll give up the mic. So when I first became mayor, the rumor was out that Menon was closing. And it was a fully staffed operating manufacturing plant. So the head guy from Virginia came to my office and said, we need to talk about Menon. I said, well, you're in the wrong town. It's not in Morristown. No, but you're the guy I want to talk to. So I was like, okay, I understand. Why? He goes, well, do you know anybody who wants to buy it to build residential? And I go, no, why don't you talk to our United States senators in Congress and build a manufacturing plant for skilled labor? And they were like, no, it's not what we're interested in. So when you hear things like manufacturing skilled programs and things of that nature, that is really where we need to go. And I remember President Obama talking about this when he first ran, about creating skilled manufacturing jobs for our country. It hasn't happened, not in the way that it should happen. So you have my full support. Anytime you need me to speak about technical stuff and what it can do for you and the career you can have, it is amazing. Not everybody is going to go to a four-year college. But when you offer things like that, that's really going to entice a workforce and young people to say, hey, I don't want to do the lawyer or the doctor or the accountant, but you know what? I like to build things. So the program's there. I appreciate what you guys are doing at the county. Now, when I first moved to Morristown, the word on the county college was Harvard on the Hill. It truly is Harvard on the Hill. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Doherty. Now I would like to introduce the president of the Morris School District Board of Education, Melissa Spiotta.
I'm sorry, Tim, but you're complaining about following the other people? Sorry, I'm the only non-politician here. I was really getting choked up when you were talking, though. This is an incredible day for the Morris School District. Incredible. I'm a product of this district. I graduated from Morristown High many moons ago. My daughter graduated 2 years ago. And to your point, I wasn't sure if it was not PC to say what you said, Tim, but anyone who grew up in this county has known that County College of Morris is a premier two-year learning institution. Absolutely. When I went to college, somebody that I met when I was a junior had just transferred from County College, and I went to a very prestigious university, I won't mention which one, But he was absolutely prepared to be there because that's how good County College is. And I have no doubt that since then, thousands of students have done the same. I feel like something I read about a lot lately is how kids are more aware of college costs. And whereas back when I was going to college, the whole thing was your dream school, no matter how much it cost. I feel like there's a lot more kids these days that are like, I want to graduate debt-free. And programs, first of all, just County College in general allows that to happen. But this program and the students that it's going to affect, their families that it's going to affect, I was going to say the word generations, but I won't say that because Mr. Bucco already said generations of students and their families, but it absolutely will. So I couldn't be more thrilled that we are the second place to have this district. I will say, or this program. I will say that when Dover had it first, I think I saw some of you all at the Martin Luther King breakfast. I think we were at the same table, and I was like, wait, what about Morristown? We always get forgotten. And, you know, we have a large percentage of students on free and reduced lunch, so there's a ton of need here, but sometimes people think that we're just all affluent, and we're not. So I couldn't be more thrilled. And on behalf of the entire Morris School District Board of Education, I want to thank everyone who made this happen, because we're going to make it great for our kids. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to introduce the Vice Chairman of the CCM Board of Trustees, Paul DeCitra.
First of all, George Malonis, our chairman, sends his apologies. He's feeling a little under the weather. But don't worry, you have the A-team here. And I can't tell you, Angelic, how nice it is to see you again. Most of you don't know, but Angelica was one of our trustees for a few years. And we enjoyed a relationship with her that was unbelievable, and we miss her. But she's off to the wars in Trenton, and I get to see her every once in a while. I'd like to introduce my trustees, fellow trustees that made it here today. Nancy Galtenberg, who's also your superintendent. Barbara Hadzemer. And again, George Malonis, who couldn't make it. County College of Morris opens its doors in 1968 to ensure all residents of Morris County had access to affordable and high-quality education. Although much has changed over the past 5 decades, including my waistline, our commitment remains the same. Today, more than ever, students need a pathway to their future and to realize all the opportunities that await them after high school. CCM believes that by partnering with local school districts and generous donors like the Mimi Washington Street Foundation, JCP&L, Columbia Bank Foundation, and others, as well as county, state, and governments, we can ensure that bright, young minds have equally bright futures. Our Dover College Promise, which was launched in 2020, has already resulted in 19 students from the first cohort. These high school students just graduated this past June. Enrolling in college, the generation college students who might never have had the opportunity without the Promise program. We realize that every time a student succeeds, our communities become even stronger. Education and vibrant communities are at the heart of our mission. That's why we commonly refer to ourselves as a community college and the community college. One school for all people, serving all communities. Together we are making a difference. And the students who are going through our program today will be our leaders of tomorrow. Let's let them know how much we care about them and that we want them to be equipped for a lifetime of success. I know if we do this, we are doing more than meeting today's needs and students. We are planting acorns.
At this time, it's necessary to conduct a shelter-in-place. Regular instruction can continue, but all students need to be in an office or a classroom. Thank you.
Is this a drop and cover? I come from that generation. I couldn't fit under a desk right now, so I'd have to run someplace. But anyway, did that break the mood, or did that break the mood? A Greek proverb once said, "A society grows great when people plant trees, the shade of which they know they'll never sit in." Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to call the Superintendent of Schools of the Morris School District, Dr. Ann Mucci.
The New Jersey Department of Education has always been a source of tremendous support for the Morris School District. We're so honored to welcome Commissioner McMillan back home to Morristown High School. We know we all like to say our high school is your home, but you're always a great support for us and for our district. And also Dr. Gartenberg, our County Superintendent of Schools. I am so proud to be a part of launching the Morristown College Promise program in partnership with the County College of Morris. This program was brought to fruition because of the shared vision of our Board of Education, former Superintendent Dr. Thomas Ficara, and Morristown High School Principal Mr. Mark Manning. I'd like to give them all a round of applause. These individuals believe that it is our obligation to ensure all students meet their full academic potential. Our district serves a student body which includes over 35% first-generation Americans. Every day, our staff sees the talent and potential of...
Mr. Lockman is 1226. This concludes the shelter-in-place.
You all passed. Amazing. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. We keep going. So every day, our staff sees the talent and potential of all of our students. Too often, for our first-generation students, barriers to making the most of their abilities are simply due to the fact that they are new residents to the country. They and their families are not familiar with how the American education system, particularly at the college level, operates. Morristown College Partnership takes direct aim at this problem. Together, we will reach out to these students and their families during the crucial secondary school years with practical support to help them make that leap to college. Free mentoring and tutoring on every facet of the college admission process, from selecting a major to financing, will help guide these first-generation college students to a successful college experience and future career. As Sicilian third-generation immigrant Chaz Palminteri wrote in his award-winning play, A Bronx Tale, "The saddest thing in the world is wasted talent. Together, we will make sure our bright and determined students get the help they need to make the most of their talents." Thank you to all of our esteemed guests for the faith that you have placed in our district with this exciting program. We promise we will give it our all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mucci. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you my boss, President of County College of Morris, Tony Iacono.
All right, I thought for when she said third generation Sicilian, I thought, that's me. I was kind of excited. I thought somebody else was known as Chaz Palminteri, and I can't top that one, that's for sure. So, good afternoon. Wow, this is exciting to be in a room full of people who care deeply about our students and recognize that those students, that's our future, right? So we talk a lot about college and education, but at the end of the day, that has a defined period. Hopefully they're lifelong learners, but the formal part, but those students will live and lead in communities every single day, and we want to equip them to do that really, really well. I spoke last week at the groundbreaking that Commissioner Director Krikis referred to, and I opened up by saying this is a great day. This is quite a day where we're working with Partnerships for Greater Success. Look at all the partners in this room. How many people did it take to pull this together and really make this happen? This is a day where students win, and Morris County, the diamond in New Jersey, gets even better. I use that phrase. I love living in Morris County. It's an absolutely amazing place. There's a reason it's amazing, I would say, and that is superior leadership makes a difference, okay? And we reap the benefits. But what I love about all of you is you're willing to take your education, your knowledge, your experience, and reinvest it in others. And it takes that for these kind of things to really happen and really, really flourish. I want to go through and recognize a few individuals, but I'm going to start with somebody that I rarely ever do publicly, and she always says, please don't. But when I came home, I said, I had this great conversation. We're going to launch Morristown College Promise. Dover's going great. And she said, that's terrific. You got to do a press conference or some event so the community knows what you're doing. And she's the more celebratory. I'm more the functional work, let's design and do. And I appreciate my wife is here today. She's a kindergarten teacher. Like the kids, she is skipping school a little bit to be here with us. But listen, just tell them the executive superintendent was here, the commissioner's here, the county commissioners are here. You got the mayor here. You're right next to Reverend Hollowell. You're in good shape. Don't worry about it. But thank you. She's always thinking students and wants people to know what we do. So, it's funny how these things start, right? Sometimes. And I'll be a little bit personal. Sometimes God just brings people into your life that you don't even know exist or to know you needed. And I have that experience a lot. Just a lot of good people come in. Some people say, you have such great vision. I don't have great vision. I have great ears and great luck. And listening to people and connecting with the right people makes a tremendous difference. And that starts with my board of trustees are so supportive. They have courage. They have vision. And it's nice to have a former trustee still advocating and working on behalf of people across the state. My current trustees who are here, our commissioners work so closely with us. And even at this wonderful street festival, Mayor, you have great events in this town. You can grab the mayor on the sidewalk. And it was a little more formal than that. And he is here. And, make sure, Superintendent Mucci, that these students know this is for them. Can you imagine when we were students, if the whole community came out, elected officials, educational leaders, people running foundations, community leaders to say, you matter, right? And in this program, we hope to really install that in them, to let them know, you matter, we're here for you. This is why we do what it is that we do. We say a lot in education, two things. Children are our future, and education is an investment. I've lived in a lot of places, but I've never lived in a place where it was actually lived. So Commissioner Krikis says to talk the talk and walk the walk. They referred to a groundbreaking. There's a lot of groundbreakings, a lot of things going on, and I know, when I'm working with our commissioners, they use one word. When it comes to education, investment. We're investing in these people. We care about them, and we want to make sure they have every opportunity. When I'm working with my board, they'll drive right home, make sure they have what they need, all right? With our faculty, and there are several faculty here today from our math department chair, Alexis Thurman is here, our psychology department chair, give a little wave. Dr. John Williford is here, and our English department chair, Laura Driver, is here also. Three amazing professors, right? We're all caring and working at different levels that really makes the difference. You see Mr. Julian Gomez running these programs, advancing them. Eddie Lopez and Juan's by his side. They're the ones working right alongside those students. In the back offices, you have people like Marva Lopez who are making sure that the resources and the alignment occurs so these students can move forward. And then, and I'm going to get to you in a second, Sydney. I know you're looking at me, but we're not there yet. And then there's others who just show up. We don't always know. And I sat down with our foundation director at the time and said, we're going to launch these programs, put them in the community, because I don't think we're hitting every corner and we're not reaching every kid. And the question was, this is a good question when you're running a foundation, how will we pay for that? And I said, I don't know. We're going to figure it out, and the right people come along. So Sarah Ahart, having the Mimi Washington Sterrett Foundation come along as our principal funder and others makes this possible. And please let your board know and bring them out with us also so that they too can celebrate and the experience these students are going to have and what they're going to be able to do with it. Talk about paying it forward. Thank you very, very much. And to my new friend and colleague, Superintendent Mucci, who I heard wonderful things about before I met her. My board was urging me, Dr. Hadsma was saying, you're going to love her, you've got to meet her. And I tried to meet her before she was even brought in. But when she was in, we had a fabulous meeting this summer, the heart of an educator, 100%. Now, let me tell you a story I tell people, and I'll be brief with this, is Sydney Williams and I have become good friends over time, and we share a mission together, and that's just to simply help people. Walked into my office cold one day and said, I'd like to talk to you. And I said, sure. Like, yeah, most people are taller than I am. He's a lot bigger. And I said, oh, won't you come in? So he came in and told me his story, which is a very powerful, compelling story, and very much like our students. Right? And somebody invested in him. Somebody believed in him, and he has taken his life and he's dedicated to changing other people's lives and became a very, very good partner. He told me about a program that had been built here years ago by him and Superintendent Vaccaro. Where's Tom? In the back. But they needed a connecting piece to make sure there was a continuum, that as students got older, there was something for them that would launch them forward. And look, we're comprehensive nowadays. We've made some big changes. So whether you want a 2-year degree to transfer, you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, we do that. All right? Our graduates are surgeons, they're dentists, they're engineers. And if your passion is in building things and manufacturing, we do that. Right? We don't pick the program. We match the student to what they're passionate about. We recognize all those professions, that's what makes a community go. So we want to plug them into whatever it is they're excited about. We're so happy to be a connector. We're not the originator. Please understand that. We're a connector. And in that pandemic, that vision held true. You know, I've never met Superintendent Vaccaro in person, only on Zoom. He's Italian, so he's about the height I thought he'd be. We're all that size, right? You know, with our dilemma, every pair of pants is $15 more. It's got to be hemmed. So, but Superintendent, thank you. Thank you. In the middle of a pandemic, we don't know each other, and we're investing together, and we're working together on these kind of things every day. Our state legislators, they're off to other meetings. Last week we had a groundbreaking, and Assemblywoman Dunn had to speed from Parsippany to get there. Today she sped all the way here from Trenton. That's commitment, all right? That's commitment to make sure that these communities are at the front of everything they're doing. Senator Bucco, always commitment. He's off on a plane right now getting to the next place. Morris County Chamber, Craig Schlosser's in here, and we have a lot of those conversations about building to benefit students and others, okay? Makes a quantum difference. Our foundation, where this moves through, our financial aid offices, which are essential to making this work. So Harvey, I see you over there, and thank you for the incredible work you do. I thought I saw Everton Scott, who's on our foundation board, and also the PSE&G. Thank you. It takes a village, and Superintendent, let those students know we are their village. We are that ground that they can stand upon, and know that we will never stop punching for them. We'll keep on working, and then one day they will pay it forward. They will be the next generation to say, I want to invest in others. So I cannot begin to thank all of you enough for the incredible work you do, for simply being here. Our Commissioner of Education, and also a representation from the Office of the Secretary of Higher Education. Dr. Quick is here with us as well. I get to work with her around the state, and to have her here, great honor also. Welcome. I know you live in Bergen County. Welcome to the best county in New Jersey. They got a few good things going on there, but welcome. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Reverend Hollowell, means a lot to see you in this room. We want to work with you. We know that the best marketing in the world can't hit every area it has to hit, and we look forward to working with you and many others in the community. Pastor Williams, we've talked a lot about being out there too, so that everybody reaps the full benefits of this. Thank you very much. This couldn't happen without you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Iacono. Now I would like to introduce an amazing community leader and advocate, Reverend Dr. Sydney Williams.
Thank you. I agree almost 99% with everything that was said today. This is a great county, but there are pockets of poverty and there are people struggling, and it almost breaks my heart to see such great wealth and yet such extreme expressions of poverty. Every week we serve over 2,000 people food who stand in line for hours just to get basic essentials to live. What I want to talk about in this time we have together is not about the students, not about CCM, not about the school district, but about you individually. To make this moment happen, it took risk. Risk of offending people, risk of doing something different. And we all smile when things get achieved, but the leader has to make a decision in what they're willing to risk for the greater good. Second thing it takes is relationships. Some of us are sticking to the old relationships that we've always had based upon partisan views, based upon socio-demographic understanding. But if we're going to get anything done like this, it takes relationships with people that may be different than you, people that vote different than you, people who think differently than you. But in relationships, when we share these human stories, it makes us a community. And finally, it takes resilience. Our work is not done. Our work is not done. If you think just for a moment, the little kids who say, "Mommy, I want to be a doctor. Mommy, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be president one day." But somewhere by the 5th or 6th grade, the light goes out. And now they hate school. Now they don't want to go to school. The work that we have to do is take the risk to find those kids that have potential and encourage them before it's too late, and create programs like this that give them another shot. Dr. Iacono shared about my story. I'm grateful. I graduated of Wharton Business School, earned a doctorate degree, but I had no clue. All my parents told me was, don't get in trouble. If you get in trouble, it's going to be trouble at home. That was my mom's speech. She only had one speech, and she delivered every time I got in trouble. But it was a disciplinarian who was walking the halls at Central High School in Philadelphia who said, "I see something in you. I see potential in you." It was a principal of that high school who came to our elementary school and said, "If you become an A student, there's a promise for you." And I think back to those voices of people who took a risk, who established a relationship, not with me, but my mother, that said, "There's something in your son. We see something in him." When I got to Howard University, I didn't know, my mom didn't know. My mom's a secretary. She had never been to college. We paid the tuition, but we had no money for room and board. I asked the lady at the counter, I said, "So how do I get a room?" She said, "Baby, you don't. They're all gone." I went back outside, told my mom, I said, "Mom, I have nowhere to stay." She said, "Go back in there and get my money, and you're getting a job. You're going back to Philadelphia." And I said, "Mom, I've worked too hard. I'm not going back to Philly." She said, "I'm going to give you $75, and you got to figure it out." But there were people that took a risk on me, people I built relationships with, and people who stayed with me as I pressed forward with resilience. When I finished Howard in 1990, I was the first to go to Goldman Sachs as a bond trader. My life has never been the same. And so, yeah, I have a lot to give back, and I am a risk taker. I'm a relationship builder, and I'm resilient. Knock me down, I'll be back up tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Williams. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the president of the Mimi Washington Starrett Foundation, Sarah Ahart.
Good afternoon. I'm thrilled to be here today, celebrating the Morristown College Promise program, a collaborative effort between County College of Morris, the school district, and the local community. Thank you for having me. Morristown College Promise is going to bring the expertise of CCM to the community, allowing middle school and high school students and their families to fully realize all of the opportunities available to them beyond high school in practical and meaningful ways to their lives, their households, and their cultures. The power of this partnership will open the door for many students and families who will then do the same for future generations. The Mimi Washington Starrett Foundation is just over 3 years old, established by the generosity of the late Mimi Washington Starrett and her husband, Cliff Starrett. Cliff grew up in Brooklyn and settled here in Morristown as a young adult. Mimi was born and raised right here in Morristown. After they were married, they spent more than 50 years here at home in Morris County, lovingly committing time and resources and care to many organizations that touched their lives and hearts, particularly those which extended educational opportunities throughout the community, including Morris School District. Just a few years ago, The Starretts left an endowed scholarship in Cliff's name, awarded annually to a deserving senior graduating from Morristown High School, ensuring many years of support beyond their lives. The Mimi Washington Starrett Foundation is a grant-making foundation, more specifically, in honor of Cliff and Mimi's legacy and love for Morris County. We're a place-based foundation, providing support to nonprofit organizations working towards the overall well-being of Morris County. We believe in the strength of partnerships. We seek to work with others, other funders, other nonprofit organizations, and individuals in the community with the goal of learning the most effective ways to provide the support the residents of Morris County need to thrive in an equitable society. All of us continue to learn and to grow and do better when we work together. Learning through partnerships not limited to students or to a formal educational setting. We all benefit from operating with a learning mindset as we go through life side by side. So we're very proud to partner with County College of Morris, the Morris School District, and the students of MCP to learn from their exemplary leadership in community partnerships. Dr. Iacono once said, we do a lot of good things here at CCM, but we do great things through partnership. Congratulations to County College of Morris and to the Morris School District on the launch of a great thing, the Morristown College Promise program. Thank you for allowing us to have just a very small role in this important and impactful community partnership.
Thank you so much for your words. Now I would like to invite to the stage the Acting Commissioner from the New Jersey Department of Education, Dr. Angelica Allen McMillan.
Well, good afternoon. Well, I think it's all been said, so I am going to get right to the core of the matter and begin by saying to everyone here, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations on this extraordinary achievement. The partnership between County College of Morris and Morris School District represents a significant milestone in our commitment to education and the future of our youth. And the message I want to leave you with is that you have a friend in me. This is a homecoming for me. Many of you have heard that I've had the wonderful opportunity to work in Morris County. My father lived in Parsippany for over 3 decades, so I'm very familiar with Morris County, and it is my home. And so I just want to let you know that my resources are available to you. My partner here, Nancy, represents me here in Morris County and keeps me up to date on all the great progress, not only with the board, but also with our students. And I am just so proud to be able to stand here and to share from Trenton on behalf of the governor that the work that you do here actually lays the foundation for the future of great work across our incredible state. So in closing, I would like to say, as we look ahead, I am excited to see the transformational efforts of this collaboration and the positive impact it will have on the lives of countless students. Once again, congratulations on this remarkable achievement, and may your work continue to shine as a beacon of hope and opportunity for our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words and your support. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Tamika Quick, Assistant Secretary of Higher Education for Academic and Student Support Programs.
Good afternoon, everyone. While I may not be from Morris County, I've actually been keeping an eye out about relocating up this way. So I will say it's an honor to be here and feel such a heart-welcoming sense of community amongst all of you that are here. So everything happens for a reason, right? As mentioned, I am Dr. Tamika Quick, the Assistant Secretary of Academic and Student Support Programs for the Office of the Secretary of Higher Education. It is with great pleasure to be here with you today to give remarks for this Morristown College Promise program. On behalf of Dr. Brian Bridges, Secretary of the New Jersey Office of the Secretary for Higher Education, and our staff, we would like to thank you for the invitation of being here today and say congratulations. The Division of Academic and Student Support Programs at OSHE includes college support programs such as pathway programs for New Jersey residents, including EOF, which is the Educational Opportunity Fund, the Gear Up program, College Readiness Now, dual enrollment, and the Governor's School program. These programs, along with the Community College Opportunity Grant and the Garden State Guarantee Program, have been a top priority for Governor Murphy and Secretary Bridges' leadership to make college and post-secondary pathways more affordable and accessible for students. Programs like the Community College Opportunity Grant and Garden State Guarantee, which together form the New Jersey College Promise, offer an affordable and transparent net tuition prices for up to 4 years of college in New Jersey, starting at the community college level. This creates unparalleled opportunities for our New Jersey residents. The New Jersey College Promise is a cornerstone example of our state's commitment to invest in higher education and invest in workers and the future of our economy by building equitable pathways to post-secondary education and career success that accelerates upward mobility for all New Jerseyans. The Morristown College Promise program is an example of how CCM has been a great partner with the state on delivering a high-quality education to students, and this initiative doubles down on that effort to help students realize their college dreams without being saddled by insurmountable debt. The intentionality, behind this program to serve first-generation students such as myself and their families is an example of a community college's intentional investment in their community and those that they are looking to serve. I sincerely would like to thank all of the esteemed partners that are here today and those that could not make it, and the dedicated individuals who are making this program possible. Your support and commitment to fostering excellence in education has been instrumental in shaping our state and nation's future. Let us collectively acknowledge the transformative power of education and access, and let this Morristown College Promise program inspire us to continue supporting students as they navigate their educational journey. Thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Quick. So I want to extend a warm and heartfelt thank you to all of you for your incredible support to the Morristown College Promise program. It's truly touching to see how we can all come together to back our students, their families, and the community as a whole. Our commitment to this work is unwavering because we recognize the positive ripple effects that supporting young students can bring, not just for them, but for their families and the communities. I want to give special thanks to the Morristown High School staff who have been unconditional in building this partnership with us. We always talk about how welcome we feel in Morristown. One more time, thank you for your support. Please, let's give each other a round of applause.